Happy fall, everybody. It's Steve and Nina. And as you can tell, they still have not started working on our road yet. It is falling in further and further. Today I walked down through there and I seen that they have some more road closed signage laying beside the road. So hopefully that's, a good idea that they're going to start working soon, we hope. I don't know when it will get done. Well, they all come running to you.
Yeah, they think I got food for them.
Just happened to be driving by and look at the water lilies on this pond. Let me zoom up a little bit. They are so pretty. Kind of hard to keep it steady. Sorry about that. It's always good to drive around. We just seen the Skyview Ranch. It's a Christian camp and retreat center. So I'm not sure if you're allowed to drive up in here, but it wouldn't hurt, I guess. Yep, just seen the sign. It's private property, registered guest only. So we can always call about it, though, now that Steve is a pastor. Might be able to do some type of a men's retreat or ladies retreat or something. We'll let you know if we ever do that. You can see his hat he's got up there on the dash. It's a brownie. It's for the Cleveland Browns. Walk down here with Steve and Ziva to check on the pawpaws, and they're on that tree right here. There's a few that are a tiny bit soft, not near soft enough yet, but the leaves are turning yellow on the tree already. And Steve's back here, neighbor's burning trash. He's back there with him. His name's Steve too. And he's got several pawpaw trees. He's given us some because his are ripe. Ziva. Hey girl, say hi. Ziva, look at me. Hey. She's too busy looking around. But yeah, they have not started over here yet. Let me show you. They did finally get a bid. So they'll be able to get started on this. Oh, I hope soon. I'm not sure, though, exactly when they're going to get started. Been a long time, though, hasn't it? Here's the two Steves. Well, these are the pawpaws that the neighbor brought. Picked them right off the tree. His are, oh, probably double the thickness of ours. Let me cut one open for you. Okay, I washed this one, and I'm gonna cut it first because it's got a mushy spot right there. So let's go ahead and get it cut. Some people call them or say that they taste like bananas. I've made videos on this before. Some people say they taste like custard. Really pretty inside. Let me get me a spoon. Oh yeah. I love these things. You either really like them or you don't. Steve, have you ever tried one?
Yes, you gave me one last year.
You didn't like it?
Not favorite.
My aunt actually called Louise a week or so ago and said if I get any, she wants one. And she would like to buy a tree too, but I've tried twice to get a hold of the guy that we got our trees from, and he's not emailed me back, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to see tomorrow I'm supposed to see my 2 sisters and my mom. So I've got 4 more. I will take each of my sisters one, and then mom one, and the neighbor said that he'll drop some more off on the porch. He said, don't be surprised. And I said, oh no, I'll be thankful, because if I don't eat them, I've got lots of family that have been wanting them. And so I'll make sure to pass them out to everybody. But, yep, they're like a custard filling. And they kind of taste, to me, I can taste like I'm not really sure, but it's like the best of the fruits. Maybe a little strawberry, kiwi, banana, papaya, mango type. I'm not really sure what all. It's just, to me, it's delicious. The only thing is this is the seeds. They're humongous. I've had this chicken up in the cabinet. It's from that Thrive Life that just went out of business. And it had like a 25-year or longer shelf life. So I just opened it up, and have you ever seen chicken? Oh, that looks so funny like that, doesn't it? It's freeze-dried. But anyway, I'm going to make some chicken fettuccine Alfredo, and that, you know what? Go ahead and use that, So it says here a 1/3 cup of water, of warm water, to 1 cup of the chicken, and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's try and see what it looks like. So I went ahead and just used all of it, put the water in there, and yeah, I can smell it. It smells, of course, like chicken. But for the ingredients, as you can see, it's just chicken, white meat, and salt. Nothing else in there, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to let this sit, like it says, 10-15 minutes. And while this is sitting and rehydrating, I'll go ahead and start getting the pasta and stuff done. Now, what I don't use of this in the fettuccine, my dog can eat. And I just got the Great Value fettuccine. It's a lot cheaper. And then instead of making the Alfredo sauce, I just went ahead and bought this ragu. It was on sale. So anytime there's a sale, try to take advantage if I'm, saving a little bit of time instead of making things from scratch. The neighbor brought over a couple bags of Pawpaws last night, or today, I think. Some, I'm not sure if they're from a different tree, because they were separated. These were in one, and the browner ones were in another. But the skin on them feels a little bit different to me. I don't know if it's because this one's more ripe, but I tried 2 of the ones that were really ripe like this, and they were still delicious. There was only a spot on one of them that was super soft, but it didn't taste like it was rotted or anything. It just tasted like it was almost like a bruised apple. So I am going to save the seeds of these. I've tried this 2 years in a row and I've not had any luck, but I'm just going to keep trying. I found a couple sites that tell a little bit different ways of, making the seeds propagate. Is that what that word is? Anyway, a little bit different ways of how to hopefully get the seeds to last and to actually grow some pawpaw trees. It takes years. I think it takes 3 to 4 years of growing them, like say in a bucket or something, before you actually plant them in the ground. And you know what? The neighbor guy that's on the video from day before yesterday, I think it was, I just slowly put these videos together. But anyway, his pawpaw tree is our what we call the bean tree over there in the side yard. Steve said his pawpaw tree is almost that big, and ours, as you guys seen, is not very big at all. But as you can also see, his pawpaws are, of course, a lot larger than ours. So the older the tree gets, the bigger the fruit will be. And my sister Patty tried them. Absolutely loves them. She had never tried them before. My dad, when Patty was married, and I think my youngest sister she might have been in Texas at that time, but Dad would bring these back when he would go out hunting, and he would bring me one back, and I absolutely loved them. I can smell these things from quite a ways away when they're ripe like this. So I had forgotten that the other girls had not got to try them. And so yeah, Patty and her husband Jim loved them. So I'm just waiting to see what my sister Renee thinks. I gave some to Mom and Chummy, and they liked them, but they didn't want any more. They said, that was enough. So far, out of everyone, Steve's been the only one that doesn't care for them. My Aunt Louise, I gave her 5 of them. She was so excited to get them. She hadn't had them since she used to go hunting for them when she was a young girl. So yeah, that made me happy that, it made her so happy. And my sister Renee just texted me and said that as soon as she tasted it, she knew that she had tasted it before. It was so funny. And, I found that even by smelling them growing on the tree when they're ripe. Yeah, you can smell them from afar away. And after you've smelled them once, you'll not forget it. We were trying to determine exactly what we tasted in them, and some people taste a little bit of apple, a little bit of strawberry, so there's some people, like I said, it's bananas. And when you think of pawpaws, there's, like in Africa and other countries, they grow something that they call pawpaws, but they are a lot bigger. They're probably, I'm going to say about that big, and I'm sure the taste is different because the center of those do not look anything like these, not even the seeds or anything. Not sure why they're still called the same fruit. Maybe they really aren't. It was just a given name to some of the African videos that I watch on YouTube. But so if anyone says, oh, I've had a pawpaw smoothie or something like that, more than likely it's going to be from the pawpaws that are grown, like in a hotter climate, because these pawpaws do not last very long, and that's the whole reason that they have not been distributed like to stores or anything, because like a mango type of fruit, which is what I believe the other pawpaws actually are, those are going to last a whole lot longer. Like these are they don't last even as long as a banana does. Just a matter of a day or two, and you have got to eat them when they come off that tree. So I have looked online and seen that a lot of people can some of the, what we call the meat of the fruit. And like I said before, that you can actually make, instead of like banana bread, you can make pawpaw bread and different things like that. But the only thing is, you'd have to have quite a few, because as you guys seen, once you cut this open, this skin is kind of tough. Well, it's not tough, it's not hard to cut, but it's kind of thick. And so by the time you got the skin off, and then have to get around all of those huge seeds, it doesn't leave a whole lot of the so-called meat of the fruit. So it would take quite a few probably to get enough to make bread, or if you were going to can. But if you had a whole bunch, you could just sit around with your family instead of, snapping beans or peas. You could cut into some pawpaws and preserve them that way, because they're not going to last in the refrigerator or sitting on the counter, that's for sure. While we're waiting on that to cook, I wanted to show you the little gift bag that my sister Renee, she got me and Mom and my sister Patty. We all met down at Mom's yesterday and had pizza and just had a really great visit. And she made us up gift bags. I thought that was so sweet. But one of these headbands so that you can do a facial or do your makeup wearing that. And I've never tried some of this stuff. So a collagen and peptides affirming face mask. Definitely need that. And these, there's 2 of these. These are for your under eye area. And you leave it on and rub it all in. There's 2 of them, like I said. Can't wait to try this stuff. And then a pair of those exfoliating gloves and a really pretty shade of sparkly, let's see, what was the name? I can't remember. Oh, it's called Pixie Dust. But that was so pretty. And then 2 of these little, can't even think what it's called, razors, duh. I was thinking of something else, couldn't remember. But anyway, I thought that was very, very sweet of her. And I wish I'd have thought of that. That would have been really neat. But yeah, some of us are better at thinking of things like that. Okay, Ziva loves the chicken, and Steve said it's like a little tough or something. So I'm gonna take a little piece here. Make sure it's got some Alfredo sauce. Whoops, I lost it. Okay, let me try it. It is like it's been cooked too long. It's got a taste to it. It's sort of like, when I canned chicken all that time, that always had a certain taste to it too, to me. I think it's just different ways that you prepare the meat. But yeah, it might be, maybe I should have maybe added a little bit more water. So what we'll do is I'll just make sure that she gets a little bowl of that. Maybe it's a little bland because I'm eating another piece. And I think if it had a little bit of salt on it, I think that's what it is. That's what Steve just said. Yeah, he thinks the same thing. So, it is a good thing to have around. People that prep and all that, if they find freeze-dried food like that, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get it. Just have in case of an emergency. So, alrighty, I'm going to go eat my dinner. You're so silly. Ziva and I just walked down to our lower lot, and this is, all of these pawpaws were on one cluster. I didn't have anything to cut the branch with. You're supposed to cut the little branch that they're all attached to, so that some of them, like this one, is not ripe yet. They will ripen better if they're left on the branch. So I'm gonna go down tomorrow with something to cut them off so that they'll stay, they will slowly ripen on that little twig is what I'm trying to say. But a couple of them are ripe. Now, these are the very first pawpaws on my tree that Steve planted. Oh goodness, it's on a video that we did. It's been years ago, 6, 7 years or so. So I'm going to cut this open just to see, since it is the first one off of our tree. I want to see what it tastes like. Because you know, pawpaws they come in many different varieties. And I don't know what this variety is. But I'm going to see if it tastes like our neighbor's does. Alright, it's a little bit more golden yellow than his variety is. So yeah. Okay, I ate that much of it and Steve actually took a bite. I don't know the taste of this one. It's good, but it's more custardy tasting. Maybe a little bit more banana maybe. I don't know. It's really odd how different that they taste, and there's so many different tastes in it. Well, it's good. I'm thankful that this tree finally did produce fruit. Now, hopefully next year the other one will also. And I did get some seeds. Let me show you how they're doing. All right, so what I did was tried something different this time. Got this from a friend of ours, this idea. So what I did was I took the pawpaw seeds from my neighbor's tree, and I washed them with 9 parts water to 1 part bleach. Soaked them for like 5-6 minutes. Cleaned them real good. And then they say to put them in with a damp towel. I'm going to re-wet that just a little bit. Okay, and then you lay the wet, you wring it out. Get it full of water and then wring it out and then cover them up. And then once a month, you're going to check to make sure if that needs more water on it or not. And I'm only fastening the 2 opposite sides. So, and then you just put them in the refrigerator. Like I said, check them once a month. And then after about 70 or 80 days, you can plant these in little pots to get them started. And I'll go beyond that if these make it. I sure hope they do. The other times I've tried different things and they didn't work. So I'm fingers crossed that this one will. We had our fall fest at our church tonight, and it was wonderful. And Bud, one of the gentlemen that goes there, gave a lot of us ladies these big, beautiful bouquet things of mums. And hey, Ziva, hi, baby. But yeah, they were gorgeous. I picked this one out, and just absolutely beautiful. So sweet of him to do that. You ready for Mama to come in?